Okay, we get today's instructor is going to be none other than Michael Huggins. He uh, he of course is known nationally as an enthusiastic speaker. He's looked forward to whenever he shows up anywhere in the country, and in fact, even internationally, he's been able to speak and encourage entrepreneurs to be successful. And as they say, if you want to be successful in something, you want to be taken there by someone who's already been there, who knows the ropes, and that's Michael. Michael, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, Ron. Thanks for, man, this is awesome, putting this PowerPoint together. That's incredible. So thanks for putting in that effort. And, hey, would you look at that? Look at that guy. Cool. Thanks, Ron. Good morning, everyone. It is Wealth Wednesday 2018. Let's get this thing on the road. Okay, we're going to jump into this now. 2018, welcome. Hope you guys had a blast. 2018, we did it. Like Ron said, yeah, it kind of does sound like some futuristic, science fiction type year. Holy crap, 2018. Okay, so for some of you, you hit it. And some of you, you missed it. Now, when this conversation is going to be about what we talked about in January of 2017. In January 2017, you said you were going to do this, and this. You said you were going to make this much money, accomplish this many things, get up early this many times, work out this many times, say I love you to your spouse this many times, and you either hit it or you missed it. Which is all right if you missed it, because you got another chance. Thank the Lords and the powers that be that we get another chance. We get another year. Now, I've been talking to a lot of IMAs in December. We had a huge month in December. Guys, in 9 paydays from Renatus, Vanessa and I will have made over $85,000. That's more than $15,000 a week. Is an average. As soon as we start averaging 20,000 a week, that'll be $1 million a year. So anyway, guess what? My goal was to make $1 million in 2017, and guess what? I missed it. Okay, but what I did hit. So what I want to do is as we're going through and we're doing this accountability of what we got and what we need to focus on. It's all in the spirit of accomplishment. So yes, I missed the $1 million mark. But we did hit over 570,000. Okay, so that is something that we did hit. It was awesome. Now, some of you were saying, "Hey, I'm gonna be 5-star. I'm gonna roll into 2018 as a 5-star." And maybe you missed it and you just made it as a 1-star. Now that's okay. But if you roll into 2019 as a 1-star, then we got a problem and you should probably drop out. Just kidding, don't drop out. I don't want you to drop out, I want you to get better. Okay, so some things you miss, some things you hit. So how does that make you feel? How does that make you feel? When you're going back and looking and you're saying, hey, I did this or I didn't do this, and you go back and you think, why did I miss it? I had plenty of time, I had all the right resources. All right, let's just say you're going for your 5-star. I know $1 million is ridiculous. Let's say you're going for your 5-star. How did you miss it? How did you miss going for your 5-star? Well, when we talk about our goals or a vision or a target, okay, and we're focused on something. What we need to be is like a laser focused, not a lantern, laser. Okay. Now, what's interesting, about being laser focused is it will offend some people. For some reason, some people think it's important to get offended and they're going to get offended if you are laser focused. I don't know. I think that's the face you make when you go, I don't know. Why are you upset? I'm focused on something. But it's weird. People will. And maybe this is why you didn't hit your target last year, is because you were afraid of offending people. So you thought, oh, instead of offending someone, I'll go to their little kid's birthday party, or I'll go to the PTA cookie cook-off fundraiser thing, or I'll help you clean out your garage, and so we stopped being laser focused because we didn't want to offend people. We didn't want to maybe make our coworker mad by asking for a couple Saturdays off every month so that we could come to things. And we started focusing on offending and trying to not offend people versus being laser focused. And you know what happened? You still ended up offending them, and then you weren't laser focused, so you didn't hit your target. So it was a double whammy. You're going to offend people no matter what. As it was, I think that was one of the biggest hurdles, was offending people. I didn't want to offend my family. I didn't want to offend my friends. I didn't want to offend coworkers. I didn't want to offend people I didn't even know. But then I realized that if I just stay in this non-offensive world, I'm not going to make any change. I'm not going to make any money. I'm not going to help anybody. So I put this on the back burner. This whole what if I offend someone thing. And I realigned with my laser focus. Now, what does it look like to be laser focused? Some of you guys and gals, over this next year, as you start growing and building, your friends and family and different people and different organizations and opportunities are going to start to distract you, start to pull you from things. And again, let's think about last year. You either hit it or you missed it. Okay. And I know most of us did not hit everything, and that's the point of the goals. But some of your smaller goals, if you still miss them, then we have to have a fundamental change in our schedule. Fundamental change. Now, there are some people who run a schedule with these fundamentals and make a lot of money and have a lot of free time, experience a lot of fun. And then there are others who don't follow these fundamentals and feel like they never have any time, right? They may really only work 20 hours a week part-time. They don't have any kids. They don't have any obligations, but they still feel like they don't have any time to get anything important done. You know why? Because they're not following fundamentals on a schedule. So, as I take a sip of my coffee, let's cover some of these fundamentals. Okay, so here we go. Number one. You're going to put down first money-making activities. Now, the reason why this is number one is because what kind of organization are we in? We're in a money-making organization. If you joined Renatus because you wanted to hit some fitness goals, okay, those are second and third type goals. Here, we're focused on money. So our first thing we're going to schedule into our week and into our month is money-making activities. Okay, so that's going to be, what are money-making activities? What do they look like? Those are going to be things like the training calls. Okay. I'm going to give you guys a simple schedule to follow. You can fill in the rest, but if you follow this schedule for 2018, you'll be just fine. You will make more money, hit more goals, and you'll look back and be super impressed with yourself, but you got to stick to these fundamentals. So one is going to be the training calls. Don't skip the training calls unless you want to have your job longer or you want to be in debt longer. Other than that, don't skip the calls. I don't skip calls. You don't skip calls. None of us skip calls. Okay. You know what else? In our money-making activities is prospecting time. This is the one that people neglect to put on their calendar, or they push it to the back burner. They'll be like, well, okay, after I exercise and after I eat and after this and after I work and after I nap and after I sleep and after I take another nap, then if there's any time left over, then I'll go prospecting. That's the same thing when people do that with savings or with charity. So yeah, if there's any money left over, then I'll put it in savings or then I'll give it away. But instead of just giving it away at the beginning, to know that, you give away your 10% when you first get it, you just know it. Don't wait till the end to try to fit prospecting in. It's not going to work. This has to be a main focus. I got a highlighter. We're highlighting. Prospecting. Main focus. And how do you get better at prospecting? Well, hop on the training calls. This is easy. Okay, money-making activities. What else? Is the weekly meetings. Do not skip the weekly meetings. See, because what's interesting is we'll hear it in people's language. Be like, all right, you got to come to a meeting every week. It's the weekly meeting. And they go, every week? Every week? Every week? What do you mean I got to do this every week? Seriously, your customers are going to say that, and IMAs are going to say that. The very first month they sign up, they're already going to be complaining about every week. Now, what you have to do, and your brain is also going to do this too. Your brain's going to, well, I remember from high school that if we got a 60%, we passed, right? We got a D, but we passed, right? We could pass our classes if we got a 60%. And then there are some people who go 70%, get a C, and other people at 80%, get a B, and right? And everyone can say, hey, I passed. So sometimes we'll apply that to this every week, and we'll be like, well, I'll go 60% of the weeks, right? Out of 2018, I'll go to 60% of them, or I'll go to 70, or I'll go to 80. Okay? And for some of you guys, if you just want to make a regular income, right, 30 to 50 grand a year, then okay, operate on B, C, or D level mentality. But this every week kind of thing, you have to be at 100% in your mind every week, 100%. If you have that attitude and you have that drive and that desire every week, then as other things start to encroach on your schedule, you can push them back because the universe knows, your mom knows, your grandma knows, your boss knows, your spouse knows that every week you go to a meeting. Every week. That's it. So sometimes our IMAs will do that and be like, oh, I don't know, man. Every week I wasn't ready for this. You say, look, man, I understand it's hard at the beginning because you're going to have to fit something in every week. But then guess what? If you do this every week, it'll soon, every week will turn into you only have to do it once a week. Only once. Wow, I can spell. It'll turn into only once a week. Right? When I tell people now what I do, I'm like, yep, every week without fail, I go to this meeting. And they go, dang, you go every week? That must be crazy. This is keeping up that schedule every week. And I seriously have to shake my head and just kind of cock to the side a little bit. Like, what? What are you talking about? Like, you do something every day. Monday through Friday, Monday through Saturday, right? Tuesday through Sunday. You guys do this every day, and you think I'm crazy because I do this once a week? It's only once a week. Now, in order to get to only once a week, you have to be diligent about it and put it in your schedule and not let other things encroach on it or overtake it. Okay, so we got our weekly meeting. We got Super Saturday. And this is just the biz, just running this business in a month's time. If you get on every training call, you do prospecting for 1 to 2 hours a day, you go to your weekly meeting and you go to Super Saturday. What are we looking at? We're looking at 3 hours here, 5 hours here, 5 hours here, and then 5 hours here. Oh my gosh, 18 hours. An 18-hour work week to produce any income. You really just decide. So here's the thing. This Super Saturday, this is only once a month. So it's not even every week. This 18 hours isn't every week. It's this the week you have Super Saturday. But you can have any income off of this. But the challenge with your guys' mindset and the reason why you didn't hit your goals and the reason why I didn't hit mine, remember, I missed it too. So this training is just as much for me as it is for you guys. But the reason I missed it is because I started making justifications around the schedule. Little bits here and there. And I kept saying, well, a $50,000 month, that's good. But if I'm going to hit a million, I need to have an $80,000 month every month. So I started justifying in my schedule. And I think a lot of you guys have accidentally done that too. So let's go back and let's make sure that we're scheduling the fundamentals. So we got our money-making activities, training calls, prospecting, the weekly meeting, and Super Saturday. That's easy. Don't skip those. You can add on, but this is the base. This is the base, right? When I go back and look at the 5 stars on my team, how many people are 5-star? And I look at their schedules, and it's about it. 15-ish hours a week is what they're doing. Okay, so number 2, the second thing to schedule in, which I, for years, did not know this was a fundamental for scheduling. And I missed it, but now I don't skip it. Okay, number 2 is quiet time. Or some people call it meditation or journaling. Okay, but this is where there's no talking, no one talking to you, no texting, no emailing, no looking at shit, none of that. Just meditating, 30 minutes. Just journaling, 30 minutes every day. This is a daily thing. 30 minutes a day, quiet time, meditation. So I'll tell you guys real quick, just a little side note about this quiet time. I went on a retreat last week and I did 36 hours of quiet time. No talking. No one talking to me not talking, not looking at a phone, no emails, no text, none of that. Just sitting with my own thoughts and thinking, how am I going to hit this $1 million next year? This is my goal. I want to hit it. I spent 36 hours of quiet time. It was amazing. I got so much thinking done. And started doing some more research, talked to Vanessa about it. She had a blast too, really dialing in what we're going to do. And then what we found out after talking to lots of professionals and instructors and teachers around this concept, and they said you can get the same result if you just consistently do 30 minutes a day. It'll pile on and you will get a compound effect result. 30 minutes a day quiet time. This is where you do your planning and your visions and your goals. Okay, this is where your ideas hit the paper. This is where you work out in your mind how you want to show up. Okay, 30 minutes a day. Now, some of you, I know it. I can feel it right now through the ether. Some of you are going, 30 minutes a day? You don't know my schedule. By the time I get home, there's so much to do. I can't stop for 30 minutes and do nothing. Some of you are going to say that or think that. And I would encourage you to take the other approach and say, well, hey, if I schedule 30 minutes of quiet time a day, maybe I will have more free time. When I get home, I can actually do whatever I want. Okay, so there's these kind of things. We got to catch. So, guys, did you hear the mindset? Some people say, I can't hit my. I'm too busy trying to hit my goal of $1 million. I'm too busy doing this. I can't be doing 30 minutes a day of sitting around doing nothing. I can't be doing hours of just sitting in a meeting. I'm trying to hit my goal. And these are the people that never hit their goal because they're not focused on what is actually going to make the money. So 30 minutes quiet time, just sit there, disconnect from your phone, and you guys it'll be weird. Some of you will have withdrawals for 30 minutes. You'll freak out and be like, I got to look at my phone. Please don't turn into those kind of people. You control the phone. Phone doesn't control you. You want to make $1 million? You control your phone. Phone doesn't control you. I'm going to give a big shout out to Cameron Lewis. By the way, I think he's on the line here. Cameron Lewis. This guy took control of his schedule and made sure everyone knew it. and he understands this schedule and blocking things out. And he blocked out because what's important to him was his family. So he blocked out the morning. Except for these calls. He gets on these calls with us in the morning. But then if you call him in the morning, you'll get his voicemail, and it'll say, hey, guys, sorry I missed your call. If you called me in the morning, I'm hanging out with my family. I'll call you in the afternoon. See, so because he was able to organize his day and he's applying the fundamentals to this schedule, he can now do that. He's got 6-7 hours every morning, family time, right? Some people wish 2 or 3 hours on a Monday night they get family time. And because Cameron hit these and sticks to these, he gets 5-6 hours every morning of family time. How cool is that? Didn't happen overnight, but he understands these fundamentals. He protects it. He does his planning, his visions, his goals, and he's hitting his goals. Okay, number 3. The third thing on our schedule that goes onto our schedule is study time. Too many of us go day after day, week after week, month after month, without learning much anything new. Study time. This is the stuff we're putting into our schedule. Now, what are you going to be studying? You should only be studying 3 things. This is my suggestion, Michael's suggestion for what to study. And good morning if you're just joining us. Remember, we start at 8, but thanks for being here anyway. Okay, here are the 3 things I want you to study. Number 1, sales. For the love of God, if you don't know how to sell something, you are not going to make $1 million a year. So study sales. Number 2 is study your real estate. Where are you going to put the money you make? Okay. And then number 3 is a combo of health and happiness. Because you will make more money, you will make more sales if you are healthier, if you are happier. It's not the other way around. So study health, study happiness, study sales, study real estate. If it's 5 minutes a day or 5 hours a day, just don't get stuck in study time, but definitely you have to increase the amount of study time. Some of you guys think just because you paid your $50 a month, your $125 a year, and you paid your 20 grand, that since you paid, that counts as studying. And that's not even close. You have to put the time in. So study time, 30 minutes a day. This stuff is easy, guys. This stuff is easy. 30 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day. Okay, now after these 3 things, I don't care what you schedule. You got your job, you got your sleep time, you got spring cleaning, you got kids soccer, you got all these other things, but these top 3 things are fundamental to controlling your schedule. What we want to do with this whole idea is for control, is for freedom, right? It's for options. But right now, if you continue to let outside circumstances, like your job or your boss or your spouse, if you let those outside circumstances infringe on your schedule, you will not hit your goal. I know that's exactly why I missed this. Exactly why. And oh man, 57 out of 1,500,000. That's a D minus. That's a D minus if we're looking at percentages. I barely passed. But how come these goals work? How come this works for me this way? And I still have all the free time. I got tons of free time. Still went on a bunch of vacations last year. Still goofed around. Still funded life insurance policies and got a rental. I still did all the stuff we're supposed to do. And I had a ton of free time because I applied the fundamentals. Now, for this next 20 minutes, I want to help and guide you guys and talk about and uncover some more details for you guys so that you are hitting your goals this year. When you go and put this on your calendar, and these 3 things are non-negotiable time, right? So guys, if you got any questions, come off of mute, let me know. But these 3 things right here are non-negotiable. Non-negotiable time. Okay. I know sometimes we really feel this social pressure to not disappoint. I don't want to disappoint somebody. So we don't want to disappoint. So we end up agreeing to things like the bake sale and the PTA meeting and the garage clean out and, you know, just all the other stuff on our time and cringing on our time because we we didn't want to disappoint somebody, right? Our neighbors need some help with his yard, and well, we don't want to say no and disappoint him, so we'll just spend a few hours and help him. But then my son needs help with this, and I didn't want to disappoint him, so I spent a few hours and I helped him. That's fine as long as it doesn't infringe upon the non-negotiable time. See, because before we'd be like, oh, I don't want to disappoint, so I'll agree to this and this and this and this, and I'll just agree. I don't want to disappoint. But then you disappoint yourself. You end up disappointing yourself. See, if your goal is to not disappoint, then inevitably you disappoint because you will disappoint yourself by trying to live a life for others, or you'll disappoint others because you're living your own life. So the goal should not to be disappoint. Take this off of your consideration when you're trying to decide what should go on my calendar, what should not. It shouldn't be about disappointing people. It should be, is it going towards my goals? Because if you stick to this non-negotiable time and it's towards your goals, then when these people see that you're saying no, and not because you want to say no, but you're saying no because you are goal-oriented, right? You're being laser focused on this, it's non-negotiable. Their respect for you will go up. Their respect for you will go up if you actually say no to helping them with this or that or on your schedule. You have 24 hours a day, 168 hours a week. And if you protect it, people's respect for you will go up. In the moment, you'll feel like you're disappointing them. Oh no, I let you down. I couldn't help you. You thought I was going to be there to I don't know, whatever people do. Don't do it. Stick to your schedule. If you're done with your schedule, then say, sure. I'll tell people, yeah, I'll go to your baby shower once I'm done with everything. And then if I'm done with everything, I'll go. If not, let them know, hey, I didn't hit everything. I'm sorry, I got to fix it. I missed your thing. And when I say, sorry, I missed your thing, guess what? The respect will go up as long as you communicate effectively. If you just miss it or you don't communicate, you won't get any respect. You have to communicate. Okay, so how are we going to hit our goals for 2018? Stay laser focused, guys. Money-making activities, quiet time, okay? This right here is where you get leverage on your time. Because it might only feel like 30 minutes, but in your mind, in your subconscious mind, there is no concept of time. And so you might get hours and hours of work done in 30 minutes. This is a key. Some people go, oh, I don't know how to leverage. Or I don't know how to meditate. It's okay. Get an app called Headspace. One of my coaches just had me get this app. It's called Headspace. How to meditate. Gives you some great concepts, some free daily motivation, meditation kind of stuff. You can set it for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's awesome. And just do the stuff. Okay, we got 15 minutes. Any comments, questions? No comments or questions. Okay, so what do you guys think about when this idea of our calendar comes up? When people want, and of course, the more success you have, the more people are going to want time on your schedule. So maybe you think about it this way. Think about it this way. Our goal is to clean up our schedule. Make sure it's organized, it's neat, it's effective, it's productive. So we're going to organize our schedule, and let's liken that to organizing our closet, our coat closet, okay? And we're working on it. We go through it, and we just start taking all the stuff out, and we're like, oh, don't need this, don't need this, don't need this. I don't need this either. And we start throwing out all sorts of things, right? Old parkas and ripped up pants and shirts that are too big or too small, or we start throwing out. man, we got this incredible looking closet now. We got this schedule that just, is going to lead to $1 million. You got this closet and this organization that's just going to lead to peace of mind and save you a ton of time. So we got our schedule, we got our closet, we cleaned it out. Now, when someone invites you to one of these activities, and right, maybe maybe they just finished a goal or an achievement and they want you to come to something and cheer them on or whatever. And again, yes, you want to be supportive, but it doesn't fit into your schedule. And if you say yes, that is like your friend coming over and putting all of their clothes in your closet. Hey, man, I just cleaned this closet out. Right? Yeah, you just cleaned it out and you made a bunch of space and now I can put all my stuff in it. That's what's going to happen. As soon as you start to clear out your schedule, other people will be like, whoa, looks like you got a lot of free time. Can I have some of yours? I need you to do this and this and this. And will you help me with that and that and that? And come to this. And you wouldn't let people put their clothes in your closet. So don't let people put stuff on your schedule. That is your schedule. Okay? If it's an emergency, sure. They need to hang a shirt in your closet. Fine. For a little bit, emergencies, I'm here to help. But that's not a way of life. What kind of life would you live if just constantly people were putting stuff in your closet and you just all day you just spent cleaning out a closet and never actually getting any work done? And you definitely wouldn't walk down the street and just pick up random clothes off the ground and put them in your closet. So don't take on random invites. Don't take on random events to go to. We have to be diligent and laser focused with this schedule, with your day, with your 2018. If you are not diligent, you're going to look back at 2019 and be like, God damn it, how did I miss it again? And it's because you've been picking up clothes off the street, putting them in your closet, and getting distracted with it. Okay, cool. We got some comments. Jeremy, if we're going to add more time to these activities, where do you add how much time to what activity and in what order? So for me, it is this order, the 1, 2, 3 of putting it on the schedule, meditating on it, how I want it to be when I get there, and then studying so I'm smarter when I get there. So sometimes, Jeremy, people like you and me with full schedules, because we're doing other activities also, we really have to decide what's something we're going to cut. We're going to cut in order to make. So John Maxwell calls it give up good for great. Right? We only have good things in our lives, and if we don't, then that's easy to cut out the bad things. But now, what if we've done a bunch of cutting, and now all we have are good things in our life? And now we want to hit another goal, we have to cut out something good. So it's going from good to great, right? You got to give up the good to go for great. So something in your schedule we can cut out. Also, something to think about, guys, in the 30 minutes of quiet time, when you do that, over the next couple weeks, you'll start to notice that you need less and less and less sleep. So you'll feel great after 5 or 6 hours instead of 8 or 9. Holy crap, some people sleep 10 hours. Then they wonder why they're poor and don't hit their goals. But if you do 30 minutes of quiet time, you'll notice you start to need less and less sleep. And if you need less and less sleep, you have more time to be productive and you have more time for fun and for games and for play. So some people say, well, as soon as I have more time, then I'll do the 30 minutes of quiet time. But that's not how it works, guys. It's the other way around. As soon as you do your 30 minutes of quiet time, you will have more time. Airplane mode. Don't let anyone contact you. Don't reach for your phone. You'll feel great. Okay, Kevin, good morning. Integrity starts with ourselves. Unfortunately, we give our word to everyone but ourselves. You're right, man. You're right. We'll stick to integrity with other people, but it's hard to keep ourselves accountable because we use that J word, that justification. I could justify. Hey, it's okay for me to miss this. I was really good in this category. It's okay for me to eat a bunch of ice cream. I had a bunch of vegetables. Well, yeah, it's okay to have ice cream, but you're going to get a different outcome if you keep balancing broccoli with ice cream. Just eat broccoli. Okay, Eloy. I like the analogy of the eagle when it comes to being laser focused. They're a great example. They see a rabbit 2 miles away. They lock eyes and they go straight for the prey. They might see a wild boar, some tastier prey, but the bird saw it and got it. No distractions. That's what we got to be. And then people will look back on this. They'll look back. They'll lean over to their friend and be like, "Man, that person's really focused. They're really going somewhere in life. They're really gonna make a difference." Isn't that crazy? That the less scheduling things that we take on, right? The superfluous ancillary activities people want us to do, right? The book club and the quilt club and all these other things. Unless you're going there to prospect, by all means. But if it's not part of your money-making activities, again, we got to reconsider what is on our schedule. Okay, money is not the most important thing, but where money matters, money is the most important thing. Okay, I understand money doesn't buy happiness and health and friendships, right? Money doesn't do that, but money does give options, creates insulation, creates security and barriers. Okay, gives people freedom. So I only want the money because I want to experience freedom and independence. Right? I don't really care. It's not about an amount of money, because after about 100 grand, you're pretty much free and independent and do whatever you want. So why am I going for $1 million? And it's really to just express further of what I am capable of. I don't need the money, but if I can go for it, why not? And the cool thing is that I only get money, and you do too. You guys only get paid for making people's lives better. So cool. We are so blessed and highly favored that we get paid to make people's lives better. Right? Before I got paid to do oil changes and get covered in oil. And sure, technically, minutely, maybe it made someone's life better a little bit, right? Vacuuming out your car or whatever. But here, Renatus, holy crap, the impact we have on people's lives, and especially on our own, it will only work though if you stay consistent with a schedule. Just like weight loss. If you only eat a salad once, you're not going to lose a bunch of weight, right? If you stick to your schedule one day out of 365 days, you're not going to hit your goal. It's an everyday, little by little, every day, little by little kind of thing, right? What I wrote out here for a day, looking at 3 hours a day. Is it 3 hours a day for $500,000 a year? 3 hours a day. Now, it's not 18 hours on Saturday. It's 3 hours a day. Okay, maybe 4 hours a day, and I'll take a couple of days off. But really, that's it. 3 hours a day. 3 hours a day, $500,000 a year. Bump it up to 4 hours a day, I'll make $1 million a year. So what I'm trying to do, and what I'm trying to convey and create clarity for all of you guys listening out there, is as you start to fit this stuff into your schedule, like I know a lot of you from last year, what you're working on, this year you will be quitting your jobs. I'm so excited for you. You are going to be hitting those goals. And it's only going to happen because you are consistent about the fundamentals of your schedule. It's easy. If I can do it, you could do it. Okay, any other questions? Anyone want to come off mute? You got a question? Remember, all you callers, I see a bunch of people that just called in. You can also use our app, because I have been drawing. And if you install the Zoom app, next time you click on the link, you can watch it on your phone instead of just listening. Linda, you have your hand up. Did you have a question?
I don't know how.
Linda?
Nope, I don't have any questions.
Okie dokie.
I don't know how my hand went up.
All good. Are you excited for 2018?
Yes, I am.
Cool. And if I remember correctly, you hit some goals last year for the first time, right? Had some pretty big months.
Well, I had one really good month, and I have another coming up. I am getting better listening to the training and doing what we're supposed to do. More consistency, of course.
Cool. And it's paying off.
Yes, it is paying off.
So if I remember correctly, was 2017 your most profitable year in Renatus ever?
I would say yes. Yes.
Cool. Good job. That is exciting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you guys being on here. And Linda, thanks for letting me take you off mute, chatting with you.
Sure.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you know where I'm at. You know I'm here to help. Shoot me a message. Stay on these calls. Share the links. Review the recordings. This is your time to shine. Okay? I can't do it for you, but I'll do it with you. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Stay productive. Wealth Wednesday. Go kiss someone. Hug someone. Tell them you love them. Have a great day, guys. See ya.